It is officially the snowiest April on record, and that snow still coming down. A live look now at how the roads look this morning. Plow drivers will have a very busy day ahead of them trying to treat those roads. And we have team coverage this morning with our Tyler Berg live along snowpacked side streets in Minneapolis. Ryan Raish live at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. But we begin with the latest on the forecast from meteorologist Jonathan Uhas. A pretty tough day for us out there.
It is, Brandy. 12 to 16 inches of snow is what we've had around the Twin Cities, and we're expecting another 2 to 4 inches of snow on that. So this is not a big deal of a snow here, but because we've already had 12 to 16 inches of snow, this just complicates the cleanup. We do have light to moderate snow coming across the Twin Cities right now. There's a break in that also coming as well here across western Wisconsin. And because the snow is coming from the east and moving back to the west, that's where we're watching. But notice a lot of western Wisconsin actually free of snow at this moment. So this snow will be on and off for us today in the Twin Cities, and again accumulate to about 2 to 4 inches of snow. Winds not as strong as they were yesterday, but still noticeable out of the northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour, so still causing some blowing snow. We'll see a high of 30 today. Eventually, we'll see that light snow taper off tonight, and then a warmer week ahead, and I'll detail that coming up here at 8:15.
Okay, thanks, Jonathan. Well, some flights finally taking off and landing again from Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport, but there are still dozens of canceled flights. So passengers, you can imagine it, you might have been one of them, left there stranded yesterday at the airport after all of the runways were shut down. Late last night, the airport announced one runway finally reopened. Ryan Raish live at MSP this morning, and you've got your finger on the pulse of this April blizzard there. Ryan, you were just saying just this morning another runway open. Is that right?
Yeah, some really good news. And Brandy, a lot of people waking up this morning wonder if they're going to be able to get out. And I think the answer ranges somewhere between maybe and a probably. And I'll show you why. A ton of people here in the TSA line waiting to get through. They are all expecting to get out today. They have made significant progress here. Operations resuming pretty much back to normal right now. The problem is there are still some cancellations just because planes did not get in last night. So that's why you do see some cancellations on the board this morning. The chaos here at MSP started around 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon when they shut down airport operations due to whiteout conditions. Before the runway reopened, 469 flights were canceled yesterday and passengers were left scrambling. We talked to one family that was trying to fly out to Orlando last night. Listen to what it took just to get the plane here to Minneapolis.
We were pretty hopeful, and then once we sat down and they said the airplane was circling around, they said it did 20 times, and it was about to run out of fuel, so it had to go to Chicago and get fuel and then come back. And then when it came back, they let them land, but they didn't let us fly out.
So that plane was actually one of the lucky ones. It did get here, and so it can take passengers out of here. That's why, you see some cancellations on the board right now. It's going to take a little while for the system to even out. One more thing to point out, hotels in the area are booked up. That's another issue. It kind of makes matters worse for the people who are stranded here. We've been hearing that a lot. Other people even camping out here at the airport. Some people have been told they aren't able to get on a flight back to wherever they came from until Monday evening. Brandy, the advice here is to call ahead and make sure your flight is still on time. Back to you, Brandy.